In this video, we're simply solving for x. So what that means is we want to isolate the x variable on one side of our equal sign and have whatever it's equal to, in this case, it's going to be a number term, on the other side of the equal sign. Now, in math, we have what's called math convention. What that means is it's just the way we do things in math, okay? So like the way we write things out. And how that applies to this question is simply when we're solving for an unknown variable like this x, we want that x to end up on the left-hand side of the equal sign. Now we do have it on the left-hand side right now, which is good. It means it'll probably stay there. Okay. However, if for some reason it moves, we want to put our final answer in the form x on the left-hand side is equal to whatever the answer is on the right-hand side of the equal sign. Okay, so let's go ahead and solve our problem. And then when we get to the end, we'll double check to make sure that we followed math conventions. All right, so we have this x. It has a number element in front of it, okay? We need to move that, okay? We don't want that there because we need the x by itself. Now, in order to do this, we need to perform the opposite action, okay? Or the opposite operation. So what we need to do is realize what's going on here. What this negative 9x is actually negative 9 times x, okay? So because of that, the opposite operation to multiplication is division, right? So if we've got this negative 9 multiplied by x, if we divided this term by negative 9, so the same number, but divided, these two numbers are going to cancel out, right? And we have essentially eliminated or removed this negative 9. Okay, and that's what we're trying to do. But now, this is where we have to be careful. Whatever we do to one side of our equation, one side of our equal sign, we have to do it to the other side too. If we don't, we've changed the question. Okay, we've created a totally different question. So we divided by negative 9 on the left-hand side. We need to divide by negative 9 on the right-hand side. Okay, now let's go ahead and we just need to simplify now. So once again, we have this negative 9 divided by negative 9. They cancel, and that leaves 1. 1 times x is simply x, okay? And that is what we were looking for. Remember, we were trying to isolate our x. So this is perfect, exactly what we wanted. Now, on the right-hand side, we have 10 over negative 9. This is a fraction. But we're going to take this a step further because a fraction is actually a division that we haven't performed yet, okay? So another way we could say this, instead of just 10 over negative 9, we could say 10 divided by negative 9, okay? So we're going to end up with an answer that's a decimal in this case because we're performing this division. We also need to make sure we keep an eye on these signs, okay? We have a positive in the numerator and a negative in the denominator. Whenever we multiply or divide two numbers where the signs are different, so we have a positive and a negative or a negative and positive, the answer will always be negative, okay? So we know right away our answer is negative, and then it's just simply 10 divided by 9, which is 0.9. Now, in all honesty, you could leave this answer as x is equal to negative 10 over 9. Okay, you could leave it like that and it is correct. The reason I took it a step further here though and showed you how you could perform the division and end up with this answer, which is a decimal, was just in case, because sometimes when we're given a problem like this, we're asked to put our answer in decimal form, okay, or to simplify as far as possible, or maybe to not leave our answer in fractional form, okay, which is this form here. So it's important to realize that these are both correct answers, but we're looking for the form that the person who asked us the question wants, okay? So both correct, two different ways of writing it. Now, remember what I said at the beginning of the video about the math convention, okay? So we want our x on the left-hand side of the equal sign. We have that, okay? And we have what it's equal to, negative 0.9. We have that on the right-hand side. So we have followed math convention. We have solved our problem. So x is equal to negative 0.9. If you would like to learn how to quickly study for your GED exam online and get a new resume, then visit testprepskills.com.